unveiling the stories and people that make our town so unique. I'm your host, David Woll, and I'm thrilled to bring you this new podcast that explores fascinating stories and experiences of local business owners and community leaders right here where we call home. Grayslake Rehabilitation Center is a community-based private practice physical therapy provider. Do you know they have 13 clinical providers with various levels of specialties, including orthopedics, sports, neurology, vestibular, geriatrics, pelvic floor, and aquatic? What? Did I just say they have a pool? Well, they do, and it's the largest indoor warm water pool in Lake County, featuring 2 underwater treadmills and swim currents. And recently added clinical treatment specialties, in layman's terms, Shockwave. They have both radial and focus units that are the newest tool in regenerative medicine, available to everyone. They pride themselves on the most current and up-to-date specialized care to keep you moving. If you're looking for physical therapy, make sure to see our friends at Grayslake Rehabilitation. 1 minute, your world is normal. The next, it's gone. A flood, a fire, a crime scene. Your home shattered. Your business shut down. Your life on pause. But in the darkest hour, when chaos knocks at your door, that's when Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County shows up. Not just a company, not just a cleanup crew, but neighbors, parents, coaches, locals who care. Drake and his team aren't just restoring properties. They're restoring peace, restoring dignity, restoring lives. So when your worst day arrives, call the oh no guy who becomes your thank God guy. Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County. Locally owned, nationally known, unshakably trusted. From devastation to restoration. Serve Pro, Northwest Lake County.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Discovering Grayslake. I am here recording today at the Loop Marketing, which is right at the end of Center Street and Lake Street. Big shout out to my buddy Eli for letting us record here. So if you guys are in the need of any marketing, Eli's a good dude, and he will help you out. So this morning we're here to talk about the Grayslake Park Foundation, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Would you like to introduce yourself to everybody, please?
Yes. I'm Dawn Wright, formerly Dawn Hook, a native of Grayslake. And I'm here because I am currently the president of the Grayslake Park Foundation.
All right. And you're the best kept secret.
And yes, we are. People ask me that all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
who are you?
When I first looked at it and when we met each other, I was like, oh, okay, so I think it's cool that you're here because we can explain actually what Grayslake Park Foundation does.
Yep.
Is an extension of the Grayslake Park District?
It's a totally separate foundation. However, we were formed probably in 1998, I believe, was the original formation of the corporation, and it is to support the park with donations.
Okay.
Park District doesn't take direct donations. We're the charitable arm. So we can accept donations, but we also do fundraising to raise donations for the park and to help them out and enhance their operations.
Okay, so that's the purpose of why you guys started. And what year was it started?
1998.
And were you involved then?
No. I was friends with a lot of people from the actual park board, and they, we knew they were doing this to take in some donations. But eventually, then in 2005, the foundation actually became active and started doing their own fundraising and it started out with the Memorial Tree Program.
Yes, okay. The Memorial Tree Program is awesome.
It is.
It really is awesome. Taking that walk around Central Park,
right,
especially. I guess I didn't realize what it was. So explain, how did that actually come to be? Like, what was the first thing that went there? Okay,
so in 2005 and 6, they had a very active program for developing the park. What started was one of the founders of the foundation, his daughter, was killed in a car accident, tragically at 19 years old. So he together with his company that he worked for, they started this foundation and got donations from the company and people, and they started the program to honor loved ones with the trees. Mm-hmm. So he was one of the first trees for his daughter, and then by word of mouth, they had laid out a plan where they wanted most of the trees to go. People started adding to the group of trees. So now, after 20 years, we've placed over 100 trees in Central Park, and now we have opened it up to other parks, 12 other parks in Grayslake, within the Park District, to plant trees anywhere you would like. Jones Island has some trees now.
Allegheny.
And we actually, if you don't mind, I take a moment on that.
Yeah.
Allegheny has a whole row of trees that were planted by the Park District. So what we did to get them started was we did what we also have is an adopt-a-tree program. Normally we plant a tree from scratch. Somebody makes a donation, they can buy the plaque, they can pay for the tree, and we plant a tree. At Allegheny, you can also adopt an existing tree.
Looking for a car dealer that actually feels like your hometown? Welcome to City Chevrolet of Grayslake, where the vibe is friendly, the pressure is off, and you'll always be treated like family. Meet Anthony Scala. He's just not the owner. He's a guy that grew up in the car business, worked his way from porter to owner. Anthony believes in people first. That's why City Chevy sponsors your kids' teams, your town events. And matter of fact, this show, they give back every chance they get. Anthony thinks that the experience of buying a car should be fun. No pressure, just honest people who care. Whether you need a new Chevy, a quality used car, or just service you can trust, City Chevy is here for you. Come visit City Chevrolet of Grayslake right off of 120. And thank you for sponsoring our town, our stories, our voice. Let's get after it, Grayslake.
Okay.
They're relatively mature trees. And so that's a new program we started, and then you can buy the plaque. So then you don't have to wait.
Right.
Otherwise, we only plant trees in spring and fall.
Wow. So you said right now there's over 100.
Over 100 trees have been planted, mainly in memory of loved ones that were lost. Some people just do a tribute to their family or an event that happened. Some people do it for a birth. For the most part, it's honoring loved ones.
Yeah.
So.
Which is really cool because, for the memorial trees that are around there, and I've taken the time to stop and read the names, and then a lot of the stories that I know from there, it's cool to have a memory there, right?
Right,
Especially
and you'll see how people adorn them with their own decorations,
yes.
and, so.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah, so it's good to see it starting in other parks. Jones Island has been very active. After when we first introduced the other parks, people were all over Jones Island because so many people have memories of going out and fishing with their parents. I have that memory. In fact, my father and my grandfather built the first retention wall around Jones Island when it was still owned by the Joneses. Yeah.
Very interesting. Now that's some history there.
Yeah, and we'd go out fishing after they were done working, just like the stories I hear when I talk to these people. The stories are so heartwarming, and it means so much to them to have these trees.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. So I want to know, how do you get involved? What drew you to be a part of this? Did you willingly do it, or did somebody say, you're coming over to help us?
Well, no. Back when they first started getting active and they started putting recruiting board members, I went on the board because I was good friends with the people that started it. Okay. And also we were very involved with the Park District and the high school and stuff through Colts football. So I went on the board, but my job took me out of town and I was busy a lot, so I had to get off it for a while.
Right.
But when I retired, I got back on it in 24.
Okay. Yeah, because you didn't have anything else you wanted to do, right?
Well, yeah, right. I didn't. I thought, no, I had to get busy.
Right. No. And what a great cause.
And I saw what was going on there, and I could see by just going to one meeting, I saw that the park really needs a lot more assistance than just trees.
Sure.
There used to be, it started out as two parks. 65, they bought Jones Island. Then they bought J.C. Park. And then it was a long stretch where there weren't hardly any parks. But as the community grew and the developments donated properties and stuff, now they have 32 parks to look at. 32 parks and 3 facilities. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
So there's so many things. Once I got on the board, I'm like, wow, there's so much more we can be doing.
Right. Okay, we're going to get back to history in a little bit, but we're going to make sure that people know about Foundation and everything because I want to hear a little bit about your background because we got to chat before we started recording. I know some fun things about you that would be awesome to share.
Okay.
So besides trees, other fundraising things that you do to help out the community?
To be honest with you, I was working out of the community for over 30 years in banking. When I first started in banking, I was in Grayslake, and then I worked with the Chamber of Commerce. And I did a lot of work with them, and I did a lot of work for the bank because I was in marketing. That's how I started. I eventually became into operations of banking. And so over the years, I do what I can when I was in town, but that was one of the things when I retired. I was like, I really hated volunteering for something in Buffalo Grove on a Saturday or working when I could be in town helping with the art festival.
Right.
Yeah, so
that's great.
This has got me back involved in the community. I joined the chamber now, helped at the Christmas lighting ceremony, and so I look forward to doing a lot more of that and getting more people involved.
That's great. Okay, so besides trees, I know that we talked about some other, fundraising efforts that we have to do. Let's talk about camp scholarships.
Okay. Over the last couple of years, we had additional funds from the tree donations that we received, and we talked to the Park District about what their needs were, and they had a need for camp scholarships. There's people in the community that they want their kids in these camps, but they may be hard on their luck at the moment, and they need a little help.
Sure.
So we were able to over the last 2 years, we've donated $6,000 to camp scholarships.
That's great.
And that goes a pretty long way. But our goal now is to at least double that by doing more fundraising, doing more different activities. So that's when I came on the park and I was elected president this April or May. I tried to lay out a new vision for the Park Foundation to expand, to get more people involved, and to do a lot more for the Park District. I mean, if you think about it, you grew up here too. We had 2 parks.
Right.
And they didn't have very good facilities. And now we have 32. And the Park District put together a plan in 2015 of renovating the parks, a lot of the parks, and doing more. So, the Park Foundation really wants to be a part of that and to help them grow. I believe, since COVID, a lot of business sponsorships, corporate stuff, has diminished. And so, we need to take up slack and try to do as much as we can as a community.
Yeah. What kind of things do you do for fundraising?
Well, along with the trees in the beginning, we did some golf outings. And now what I'm looking to do first is I had to reintroduce the foundation because nobody knew who it was. So we didn't have brochures, we didn't have business cards, we didn't have a Facebook page. So the first thing I did was to do marketing, and I've been doing introducing social media. And mainly it was to let people know who we are and to recruit new people. Gotcha. So for the last 6 months or 7 months, that's all I've done. A lot of recruiting, going out, working farmers market, working different events in town, just to say, this is who we are. Are you interested in helping?
Right. Since we're on the social media part, because everybody listening right now is going to be on their phone, and they're going to, where do they find it so they can follow, so keep up with everything?
Okay. We are the Grayslake Park Foundation, and we're on Facebook. Okay. By the end of the week, we'll have Instagram.
Great.
So that's our biggest push. Since you brought it up and we're talking about Facebook and social media, luckily, one of my first recruits was a social media specialist.
Beautiful.
And so he's helping us. And so we're introducing our first campaign on Monday, which is really, again, to get to know us. It's a Grayslake Park District trivia contest.
All right.
So we're going to do 5 days straight of different questions.
Okay.
And you can win $100 by participating. $100 gift card for the holidays.
Beautiful.
So it's not getting the answer right is not part of the contest. That's just for fun.
Right.
And just for information. What is important is you like and share our page. You can do it every day of the week. and both on Instagram and Facebook, because we need to get our name out, because then we want to do some grassroots fundraising, even just being able to donate on our webpage for $5 or whatever, in addition to our actual fundraising events. So on Monday, December 8th, we kick off our trivia contest, which will be fun.
Oh,
We could have fun facts about the Park District every day of the week for a long time. There's a lot of interesting facts.
Well, I do know that there's 32 parks now.
Well, now you just gave one of the answers away.
Well, if they listen, hey, you're going to have all the answers in this episode, so you better finish this episode all the way through.
Okay.
You'll have a lot better chance on Monday. Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt you with that, but I want to make sure that people know. And is there a website as well?
We have a website. I'll give it to you. It's an older one. We are working on a brand new website. The one we have is in conjunction with the Park District, and it's glpd.com/park-foundation.
Yes, I'm sorry, I had it right in front of me too. Yeah, glpd.com/park-foundation.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And there's a long story about what we're looking for, what our goals are, what we've done in the past, a lot about the memorial trees. A memorial tree order form is linked on there. It's an old one, but I mean it's current in that. But now we can't order trees again until May.
Okay, so that will kick off back again in spring.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you just watch Facebook, watch Instagram. We're going to be communicating a lot.
Good. Well, that's good, because you know what? The more people we have, if everybody you're listening right now goes to the page and likes it, hopefully that'll help out.
Please do. Please like us.
I love it.
It makes me feel better.
Yes. Hey, and then we'll do proof of concept that people actually are listening here. Okay, let's talk about the future of the Park Foundation.
Okay.
Like, what are the plans?
Right now, like I said, we've been in a recruitment phase, and I'm really happy to say right now that I think we're going to be bringing in 3 new members to the board and a volunteer. And I don't want to say that I'm old, but these are all young people with kids in the Park District. They're new to town. Some of them have been here forever. They went to school with my kids, and they just love the community, and they love the Park Districts, and they want to be a part of something. And they all are, very skilled in marketing and operations, so I'm really looking forward to our future with them, because it gives us more people to do stuff.
Yeah.
We had a few people resign from the board, so we weren't we hadn't been able to recruit new members, so now it's finally paying off. So now what we're looking to do is, well, number one, this grassroots campaign, we're going to have an image campaign on Facebook to hopefully instill people, pride in the parks where they want to donate to them, even if it's $5.
Sure.
To help towards camp scholarships, to help improve the facilities. One of the programs that we're doing, I'm jumping around a little bit.
Oh, you're fine.
If you have to lasso me in here.
No, you're doing great.
Okay. Well, there's something for everybody. The camp scholarships may be something that, parents are more interested in donating. But we're also looking at the park wants to start a program of putting defibrillators in the parks. A lot of people are walking the parks, and anything could happen at any time. So there's these new defibrillators out that are housed in what looks like an ATM portable machine.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're looking to fund some of those. The Park District hasn't decided on the models yet, but we'll be introducing that campaign too.
Fun.
So that we have money that goes towards upkeep, money that will go towards scholarships, and then eventually we'll be looking at slowly, if you look at Allegheny, you need a lot more than one defibrillator.
Yes, it's a huge facility.
Just to get up the hill. Yeah.
Right. I need a defibrillator to get up the hill.
Right. So that's some of the things we're doing. And some of the projects we're looking at is we're looking at putting together a pickleball tournament.
Fun.
And that will probably be in March or April. We do have pickleball courts in Grayslake, but they're all outside. So our challenge is to find a place that we can do indoor and house enough people. So we're working on that. We also are looking at doing a meat raffle. We're looking for a partner to do it with.
Good old meat raffle. I love it.
Yeah. Well, the Mundelein Park District had a very successful one, and I've been visiting with them about it. And it takes a few people, more than what we had on the board. So now that we're populating ourselves and getting people interested in volunteering, we're really looking forward to doing that. And what else were we thinking about? Well, just little events, whether it's bingo or with the shops downtown. There's so many new shops. With me being a native of Grayslake, I look at new shops coming in, and I'm so excited for them.
Yes.
I want them to survive. You know, there was a time when the town was just going to go away. There was nothing downtown. We used to shop downtown for Christmas. You had everything you could ever need.
Yep.
And then malls came and that disappeared. People would move into Grayslake because it's such a cute little downtown, but they never shopped in it. So I think I look forward to partnering with the various shops downtown to do joint marketing campaigns to get people in there and to get people to come in for our fundraisers.
Right. That's fantastic. And
so anybody out there that has some ideas or would like to invite us in, please do.
Sure. No, that's great. And I encourage them to do that because it's fun and it's nice to see when we do fundraisers and things stay in our town and improve our parks and improve the quality of the lives of children and adults doing it, all the way across.
Do you know that this is a fun fact, and it's very random. I'm not going to give you specifics because I don't know, but the park runs literally hundreds of camps, hundreds, and thousands of kids go through them.
Yes.
Some of them are with outside sources that maybe rent, like soccer camps, where they utilize the facilities. But there's hundreds and hundreds of kids going through their programs, and they do a wonderful job.
Yes.
They really offer a lot. If you ever look at their catalog online, there's so many things that they offer, from little kids in preschool up to seniors programs. It's remarkable.
Yes, and we were talking too, like we're talking about like the camp scholarships. Like that's so important that I guess many people in our town don't think that there's people really in need, but those a little goes a long way to help these kids get out and an awesome summer camp or any other camp that they might be interested in.
Oh, I think is I agree with you totally. It's an issue because I don't think people realize how many people could use help.
Right.
As you know, it may not be all the time, but everybody has a bad year once in a while.
Sure. Yeah, we always talk about the hand up, right?
Yeah. And
if you don't have the money to give, volunteering for things is a great way to give back as well. And we preach volunteering all the time.
Right.
Because it seems like the same people volunteer for everything. We get the same group of people.
I know, but and that's where I was when I was trying to recruit people. I was trying to people that were already volunteering. Well, mainly to get ideas.
Sure. Sure.
But they were like, "Well, I'll help you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yes. And I'm not putting those people down by any means. I'm saying that they're fantastic, and they need, by their example, that should lead the rest of us that maybe don't volunteer.
Yeah.
We're taking a quick break just to say hello because everybody knows Nano, and Nano knows real estate. And actually, I believe that's the name of her Instagram page. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or know somebody in the market for a home, contact Nano from Baird & Warner. She's a Grayslake girl helping out Grayslake people.
The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce isn't just networking, it's opportunity. Members get exposure through local events, online directories, and social media, plus access to exclusive resources that help businesses succeed. Make new connections, grow your brand, and be part of the events that bring our town together. Learn more and join today at grayslakechamber.com. The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce, the new wave of business.
This is Bob Churchill. I know you are always there for your family, caring for your children, your spouse, and even your parents. But in critical times, will you be able to make decisions that assure the best result for your family? A power of attorney may be necessary if, on behalf of a loved one, you need to talk to a doctor, a bank, or the college infirmary. A power of attorney may sound daunting, but the lawyers at Churchill, Quinn, Hamilton, and Van Doncelar can easily create this document for you. We are right here in Grayslake, supporting the community for over 122 years. Reach out to us at grayslakelaw.com or call us at 847-223-1500. Whether you need a power of attorney, a will, or legal help with your business, we'll take care of you so you can care for others. Go to grayslakelaw.com today for more information. Have a wonderful day, and now back to the program.
Really good.
There's so many chances, and even if it's like we always say, just a little bit of help goes a very long way. When I'm recruiting, I'm saying you can be a volunteer, you can be a board member, whatever.
Sure.
You can do one event a year, or you can do 3.
Yes. And I love that too, because it's a great way to meet like-minded people to make a difference, and especially in the world we live in, a little more human connection in a positive way is wonderful.
Well, and just in this community, I didn't even realize how many events go on. Now I'm aware of like all the stuff that goes on downtown. The Village Center has something going on all the time with somebody.
It's unbelievable.
I didn't know about the giving trees, and I worked there this weekend, and I'm like,
Right.
Why didn't I know about this?
Right. And the Giving Tree thing, I think we should give a shout out to that, especially this time of year. So at the Giving Tree, because you just volunteered there, people just go over there, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting to us because we are a not-for-profit group. What it is the non-for-profits in Grayslake will sponsor a tree. They'll decorate it. This year the theme was movies. So they decorate the trees, and they're placed upstairs in the Heritage Center. You can go visit them, and you vote for them. You buy a $1 ticket. It's like a raffle ticket, and you put it in the box of your favorite trees. Some people bought 20, voted for 20 trees, or voted 20 times for one tree. So the tree that gets the most votes, they get the whole pot of whatever. If they got 50 votes, they're going to get $50.
Right.
Okay. The other trees that didn't win, they split the pot. They get, if it was $50, $25 goes to them, and $25 goes to the Historical Society.
Great. Everybody wins.
So it's a really great program, and I encourage everybody to go by there and visit before I think it's running through December 28th.
Okay. And it's beautiful over there.
It's
they
beautiful.
did a really great
Yeah.
job. It's fun because, when people are over there doing Santa pictures this past weekend, and then, going up to the giving trees, it's such an important thing, and it's just another way to give back.
Yeah, and it's been going on for years, and I didn't know that. So
Right. It's one of those things. Well, you're doing a lot of stuff, and hopefully you're going
Trying
get
to.
Yeah, and everything. I love to look at, everything and see all the positive differences that it makes in our town too. The trivia contest is going to be great.
yeah,
I'm jumping in on the trivia contest.
it'll be fun. Somebody
Yeah.
can win $100 for shopping before
Yeah.
the season's over,
Love it.
and you learn something.
I love it.
And hopefully we get a lot of likes and shares because we, like I said, and you said in the beginning, we are the best kept secret in Grayslake.
Yeah. Well, let's stop that.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of that and
I know.
and move that forward for sure. Okay, we're going to come back to a couple things on the foundation, but I want to talk a little bit about you because we got to chat a little bit before we recorded. So were you born and raised here?
I was born and raised here. My parents were born and raised here. My mother was in the first graduating class of the new high school.
No
She
kidding.
had gone to Grant, and then in 47, when they opened the school, she was in the first
Yeah,
graduating.
so when you say the new high school, we meet Grayslake High School.
Grayslake High School,
Right.
yeah.
Wow.
The school doesn't even remotely resemble what the one I went to.
No.
It's still in the middle somewhere, that little shell of a brick building.
Yep.
But it's amazing what the school has done.
Yes, because my mother went there too, so our family's been here, so it was fun telling. But what we were talking about, we were first of all just over the holidays we were watching some home movies, and my little guy who's 8 was watching me play baseball, and it was at J.C. Park,
Yeah.
with a backstop with nothing else. We just happened to have 2 baseball fields that were out there,
Yeah.
and that's how you play.
And I went there the other day to take pictures, and it's even improved since I had my grandkids in the park.
Yeah.
And Jones Island we were talking about.
Yes.
Jones Island we frequented in the winter. We were skating there whenever we could.
And that brick building was the warming house.
Yeah, it was the warming house. And I didn't realize the office was up there, but that was the first building the park district, I believe, officed in.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I from a long time ago, and the Park District has come such a long way. And a shout out to all of our Park District people that work over there because they're just absolutely
great.
wonderful. Yeah, and I get to work with them all the time for a ton of different events and been involved with them for a long time.
And
Okay,
they do a lot with a little.
They do a lot with a little,
Yeah.
right? And those ladies and men, they work their butts off over
Right.
there. Yeah, they did. They absolutely do a wonderful job. All right, so when you grew up here, where was your first house you can remember living?
Well, I actually, when I was born, I lived in over Chicks. You hear Kevin Chick talk about, the deli and stuff. That's
Yeah.
where my parents lived there. But then they moved to Lake Street. There's a house right down here on the lake that we had a flat. But eventually we moved to Lake Street again, and my parents built our first house. Then we moved to the manor. For the last 30 years while I've been here, we lived on Park and Lake. And now I moved back to my roots. I'm back in the manor.
Nice.
So-
What were your favorite things to do as a child coming around Grayslake?
Well, when I grew up here, you could ride your bike anywhere. Out on 83, out on Allegheny.
Right.
It was a big thing to go back to Tree Island behind Woodview.
Talk about Tree Island all the time.
Yeah,
What were you doing back there?
Well, there was a ghost farm, what we called the ghost farm. So we went back there and scared each other a lot.
Fun.
And my brother, he was a dirt bike rider. So, there were people riding their bikes and their dirt bikes. They had hills back there. So, that was mainly what we were doing at that age. And then, we also loved walking downtown. And it was a big treat to go to the library and then go to the candy store.
Right. And we were talking about the one episode you've listened to was Jay Hook.
Right.
And you are a Hook.
I am a Hook. I am a shirt tail relative of Jay, but our families were good friends.
Yes.
And
we were talking what an awesome man that guy is.
Yeah.
What an interesting stories that he had to tell.
really kind, very giving, and a very smart man.
Yes.
And so it was really fun to watch his interview because he talked about so many memories. And one of the memories he talked about that really got me going is Cease's Drugstore. And I don't know if everybody doesn't remember, but I had where Abel's is what used to be Cease's Drugstore. And it was a drugstore and a pharmacy, but also it had an old-fashioned soda fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother worked for Cease, and Jay worked for Cease. I didn't realize that.
Right.
And he talked about all the people who would come in. It was a hangout for the teachers and the coaches. And later on, I worked there. It was my favorite job. If I could do it, if I could afford it, I would build another soda fountain in Grayslake. But then all the townspeople, the dentist, the barber, Paul the barber, he's another, character in town.
Yes.
And so it was just a great place to go and have coffee and sandwiches. It was a really fun place to work. And but Jay Hook was a great guy. We still keep contact with him sometimes. I visited with him. My aunt and uncle were very close to him, and so it was really nice to see what he's still doing and still contributing to society.
Just an awesome man. He's
Yeah.
very, very cool. So you've gotten to see especially the downtown, have a bunch of different shapes, right? It's really transformed a lot.
Yeah, my favorite thing used to be later on in like in 2000s and stuff when Last Chance was still here.
Mm-hmm.
We'd sit by the window and I'd be with people that didn't know Grayslake, and you'd say that was Hazel's gift shop, and that was Sherwin-Williams, and that was Ethel's, and that was Hook's menswear. I mean, you never had to leave town even to Christmas shop. But the malls came and it changed.
Yes.
But it's resurged wonderfully, and the restaurants I think have had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, we bring a lot of people from other towns.
It's hard to find parking.
Right.
I marvel when I come home from work. I purposely drive through town, and it's Wednesday night, and you can't find a parking space.
What are all these people doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Where are they?
That's funny. I want to bring back something that you said about shopping that we've talked about a lot, especially with the holiday season coming up. That we have 20,000 people. I forget how many households are in Grayslake. But if everybody spent $50, if every household spent $50 just in town,
Yeah.
at things, it would change a lot of things. It would help out a ton, and there's so many shops that maybe people haven't gone into. I encourage people to get out and see what's out there.
Well, last Saturday was Small Business Saturday, and as we all know, this, and I have never not participated in it. My daughter and I have always shopped downtown for Christmas during that time. You may use your Amazon, maybe you go to the mall, but for those personal gifts, don't forget the downtown.
Yeah.
And just because it's not Support Local Business Saturday doesn't mean we shouldn't be buying something.
And we can shop there all the time, too. There's all kinds of fun stuff to get.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've only listened to one podcast of mine. I'm so offended. I was the best kept secret from you. But we do something on here, if you're willing to participate with me. It's my favorite part of the show, that we always do something that we call Grayslake Hot Seat. Are you down for that?
The Grayslake Hot Seat is brought to you by Joe Velez at JPV Financial. It's often said that those who fail to plan are planning to fail. Joe Velez and his team at JPV Financial create unique financial plans that address some of the most difficult challenges that people might face as they get older. No matter what stage of life you're in, having a proactive financial plan can help navigate some of the difficult decisions you'll face, helping you live your life by design, not default. Securities and investment advisory service offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Now for the Grayslake Hot Seat. Hey, thanks, Joe.
I don't think I was still tuned in to Jay's podcast for this. So
well, I don't think I got to too much stuff of him because he was so he just blew my mind of all the things he was talking about, especially because I'm a baseball fan and listen to him talk about baseball. So there's just some rapid fire questions to get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, to get to know me. I hope I remember those answers anyway.
Yeah, you didn't sign the waiver for this, but here, okay.
Okay.
When you first meet someone, how does someone impress you?
Having worked in business as long as I have, I learned early that handshaking and looking somebody straight in the eye is really important as to what kind of person they are. Same with me. I've gotten, I just like to be warm and friendly and a pat on the back, and that's my MO.
Nice.
And I like it in return.
I agree with you 1,000%. Tell me somewhere you'd like to travel that you have not been.
Well, there's a lot of places I haven't been in the United States, and I love the East Coast. I love all the areas that I've been in, but I really would like to win the lottery and go to Italy.
Okay.
I don't know. That's on my bucket list. That's on the big bucket.
Yeah. No, you better do it. I think you really should. So if your life was a book leading up till now, what would the title of that book be?
Oh gosh, that is an unfair question.
We'll come back to that one. How about
we'll
put that one around? Let me see. What are some of my favorite ones on here? What kind of music do you listen to?
I like a variety of music, to be honest with you. I'm not into rap much because I just can't understand the words.
Amen.
But my father was a musician. He played by ear, though. He played piano. He played trumpet. He played overseas when he was in Germany with Tommy Dorsey, and he played.
Really?
Yeah. I may be misspeaking. It was Glenn Miller or Tommy. I can't. It's been a while, but he did travel around with the band, and we always had he was always practicing at home, and we had this little Cracker Box house, and he brought his whole little combo over to practice, and we just learned to sleep through it. But through that, he always loved all kinds of music, and I love all kinds of music. I just recently went to see Neil Diamond's Beautiful Noise. I recommend that to anybody.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful. My son picked up on it. His playlist, he's 43, and his playlist has Frank Sinatra on it, and it has Tool, whoever they are.
I love that you know the name of Tool, by the way. Yeah. Awesome. That's very, very cool. Do you consider yourself street smarts or book smarts?
Oh, somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah.
That's the right answer,
yeah.
I think, because you can't really do one all the time. If you had to have a superpower, what would it be?
It would be to not worry, to just take things in stride and not worry about stuff. That we waste a lot of time doing that.
Amen. Yes. First car you ever had?
72 Chevy Malibu.
72 Malibu.
No air conditioning.
No.
The seat didn't adjust, but I got it. I paid for college. My parents bought me that. It was used.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend and I decided to take a trip out west. And we went from Grayslake to the Rocky Mountains we went to San Francisco. We went through Grand Junction, Colorado, where I met my old neighbor that we grew up by, and they had moved out there. He went to work for Mountain Bell, and they had sheep living in their house. Things was like, this is so strange.
That's awesome, though.
But we went through California. We picked up hitchhikers. We rode in the desert, and we never had air conditioning.
Ugh. Wow.
And
sounds like a fun trip, though.
Yeah, well, my parents just keep getting water in the radiator. Just keep water in the radiator. Finally, when we were on our way to Phoenix, the radiator blew, and we did have to get help. So
sounds like that is a whole Thelma.
I know
and Louise,
you just asked me about my car, but it had fond memories for me.
No, that's fantastic. If you had to have a theme party at your house, what would the theme be?
Oh gosh. I just went to one that was really fun. It was Jersey. It was like Jersey Boys. It was an Italian theme. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
Good food, good music, yeah.
You can't lose with that.
Right.
Can't lose with that at all. So in high school, did you play a sport? Were you a part of a club or a group or anything?
Well, when I was in high school, they didn't have girls organized sports except for intramurals.
Interesting.
You could play. They may have had a traveling volleyball team, and I did play volleyball in grade school, but I played a lot of intramural basketball.
Gotcha.
I was taller than I am now, and so I love playing basketball. But like I said, they didn't really have organized girls sports then.
Okay, so speaking of organized girls sports, was Charlotte Renahan your teacher?
Charlotte Renahan was my teacher. Actually, I didn't have her in as a class because she was a history teacher too. I was in another person's class, but she was my gym teacher. Then I was a cheerleader in junior high, and she was our cheerleader coach. So I've known her forever.
Yeah.
And and she knew that's the problem growing up here. Your teachers usually knew your parents. So it was really hard to get away. Yeah. Well, my first name is actually Carolyn, and my middle name is Dawn. And when I was little, there's not many Dawns, and I didn't like that name. So I tried to get all my teachers. I'd put Carolyn on my papers.
Yeah.
They didn't listen to me.
They just kept calling you Dawn.
Because they knew my parents, yeah.
Oh, I see. Isn't that fun? Okay, so we're talking about Grayslake events. What is your favorite one that we have in town? What is your favorite Grayslake event?
Well, I'll tell you. Can I tell you an old one that we don't do anymore?
Yes.
All the the fireman's dance.
Oh, that's what I would have guessed. Yes.
The policeman's dance ball. But when they used to do the water fights.
Yeah.
Downtown Grayslake, the fire department, that was so much fun.
We need to find a way to bring that back.
Yeah.
Well, that was so fun. Everybody talks about it. Not just in this town, but that everybody that had the firemen's dances and the water fights and everything.
The whole thing. And they used to have steak meals, steak cookouts at the fire department. What we did, I can't remember which celebration was. They had a big gala in the high school. They had like a play.
Okay.
It was the centennial. I don't know, 75 or 50. I'm not sure. But everybody came out for that, and we dressed up in these old clothes and stuff. It was really cool. But right now, I love the park's fireworks night.
Yes.
That has grown so much. I remember when it first started, I used to work at the beer booth, and there were a few rides, and I don't even think there was music then. And now there's bands all day.
Got all kinds of stuff going on.
And I love Grayslake Days when they have the music and stuff, and just pray that it's not raining.
Oh my gosh, yes, right. It's like it is a crazy thing. But no, those are both all really fun, and so fun to watch community come out.
Yeah, you see so many people.
Right. And it's fun too. You and I were just talking a little bit about, people that take a lot of pride in their town, like you and I, that have grown up here the whole time. But there's kind of this whole new wave of residents that are here that have really taken Grayslake as their home, even if they didn't grow up here.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like for a while that people would move in here and they really didn't participate in what was going on. But now you go downtown and you see all these new people, and I see people that my kids grew up with, and they're participating. Like I said, I'm recruiting people, and I have some of the people I recruited for the Park District went to school with my kids, and they have kids in the Park District.
That's cool.
And they're excited, and they love the town.
Right. It is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a different perception to look at, after we've grown up here for so long and watch things change and everything.
Well, when I grew up here, I did live in Texas for a while. When I left here, there were like 5,000 people. Mm-hmm. And I came back a couple times, almost every year, twice a year to visit. And then the sign changed to like 4,900 people. It was like,
what happened here?
And the town was dead, but now the town's revived, and that's great to see.
Yeah. And it's fun. And it's fun to watch it grow in good ways, right?
Yeah.
With good people behind it to see what they can do. All right, we're going to do 2 more of these, and we'll make these a little more fun for you too, because you haven't listened. Do you have a go-to karaoke song? Do you ever sing karaoke?
Oh, speaking of karaoke, who is Bon Jovi?
Wow, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, Living on a Prayer.
See.
Thank you for that senior moment.
Well, I didn't think the senior moment was going to be Bon Jovi singing karaoke.
Well, no, I did. I sang it with my son. I remember we were in Nashville, and of all things, the band was playing doing Bon Jovi. Speaking of which, have you ever heard of karaoke bingo?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's one of the events we want to have downtown.
How fun
for the
would that
foundation.
be?
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
Yes. Okay, so if you're a bar owner or anything that wants to get involved with that, you know who to get a hold of.
Yeah.
Get a hold of Dawn as fast as you can before somebody else picks it up. We'll end with these 2, the serious ones. Tell me about the second time you got arrested.
I haven't been ever.
That's a trap, by the way.
I haven't even had a traffic ticket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever eaten a roller dog from a gas station?
A what?
You know the hot dogs that roll on the roller things and you go in there?
Oh, no.
Okay. See, you can tell what kind of I wouldn't peg you for a roller dog eater. That's for sure. No. So that's a good
Not
thing.
that I didn't think about it.
Sure. I think maybe try one.
But usually I go into a gas station on my way to work or something in the morning. I didn't want one.
Yeah, that would not be a good time. Yeah. Have you ever won an award?
Yeah, I won an award for, when I first started out in marketing, I was in Texas, and I actually worked for an oil field company, and I was the youngest female marketing person ever in the oil field.
Wow.
And I did get a Distinguished Service Award.
Very cool.
And I know I've won other awards, but I can't really think of them right this moment.
But that's a great one.
Yeah, it was a great way to start, because I was young, and you didn't see too many females working in the oil industry.
So you moved out to Texas and did all that. What brought you back here?
My mother had died. The oil industry had kind of seen its success. It was in a down time, and my husband had changed jobs, and we came back here to help my dad. And I always knew I wanted to come back. It was good to get in a big town, get a little bit different perspective, sure. Especially when we only had 5,000 people here when I left. It was a lot different when I came back.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay, let's get back to the. Thank you for participating in that, by the way. It's always.
I'm sure I added a lot to sense of community.
No, it's great. It's always fun to hear stories and get to know people a little bit better and have because I think we all have such extraordinary stories to tell. A lot of people just don't get a chance to air them out everywhere.
Well, one of the things I didn't bring up, since it's post Thanksgiving, I do remember, and I think it's still a thing is the Blackout Wednesday.
Yes.
It used to happen at Last Chance.
Mm-hmm.
And in every age, all the kids coming back. It was a rite of passage, and all the adults were there, and that was always fun. I think it's still happening.
Oh, it happened. Yes,
it happened. Yeah. I haven't participated recently.
If anybody was downtown this past Wednesday, it was the only night that I've ever walked out of one place and tried to go down to Charlie's or tried to go down to First Draft, and there was a line, probably 25 yards long out of each one just to get in.
Wow.
And they had to turn people away.
Most people have no idea what to do with their aging loved one who needs help. Well, there is a solution. A company that provides care and assistance to make your loved one feel right at home. At Right at Home, their mission statement is to improve the quality of life for those they serve. They offer extensive services: personal and companion care, safety supervision and transportation, fall prevention, dressing and bathing assistance, medical reminders, meal prep, hospice support, ambulation support, stroke recovery, Parkinson's support. The list goes on and on and on. If you have an aging loved one that needs help, call Right at Home. Most people prefer to age in their home rather than moving to an assisted living or nursing home. Right at Home can make this happen. Contact Right at Home at rightathomenlc.com or give them a call, 847-984-0103. Now back to the show.
That's how many people are in town.
Well, imagine before when it was just Last Chance.
Right.
And everybody was in there.
Exactly. How fun.
Yeah.
I have a lot of very fond memories of the Last Chance, that's for sure.
I do, too.
Very cool.
It was sad when I saw it go, but it's just the whole sense of community with everybody. Kids partying with parents, partying with grandparents, your schoolmates. It was like a class reunion every Thanksgiving.
Right. That's a cool thing to do.
I guess they probably do it in other towns, but they don't do it as good as we do.
Right. Of course they don't.
Yeah.
Of course they don't, because that's why we don't have a show there. Okay, so let's get back to foundation. So our biggest takeaways today, we want to make sure it's not the best kept secret.
Right.
We want people to go follow on Facebook, and then later this week will be Instagram. And we want people to get involved in the kickoff of the trivia contest.
Right. And watch, and hopefully by the early part of the year, we'll have some fundraising events going on downtown. Like I said, we're looking forward to sponsoring a pickleball event in March or April. Anybody that wants to reach out that knows anything about running a pickleball or would like to get involved, that would be great.
Right.
And the meat raffle is another thing we want to do. So if you just follow us on Facebook to watch for these events that we're doing, if you want to donate money, right now we don't have, you can't do it online, but you can, let me give you do you mind if I give the email address?
Of course.
Okay. Best way to reach us or me, I've watched my email every day, is Grayslake Park Foundation @gmail.com.
Okay, Grayslake Park Foundation at gmail.com.
Very simple.
Right.
And I answer the email.
Right.
So if you're looking a way to help or you want to make a blind donation towards something that we talked about today, just give us a call or give us an email.
Nice. Well, thank you for what you do, and I love to see your enthusiasm of getting, still involved in community.
Yeah.
And helping out things just be a little cooler than they are, and especially with a lot of the stuff that's, honoring people, that, the memorial trees and stuff like that.
It's a beautiful program.
It really is. And folks, when you're walking around towns and you're at these parks, check the things out. Take the time to walk by and read those plaques, because there's a lot of history behind it. But it's just a really cool thing. Maybe people have passed by and didn't, recognize before.
Yeah.
You'll
You'll see names you know.
Yes,
and once you don't,
Right. Yeah, and there's a story behind all of those.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
thank you for what you do.
Oh my gosh, you're very welcome. I get to have fun. I get to send out people like you. Yeah. It's fantastic. Anything we want to leave Grayslake with? Anything that we've forgotten or left out? I'm sure there's a ton of stuff, but
I don't think so. I think we're good to go. You covered everything.
I think we did our job today. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Grayslake, thank you guys for listening. Do me a favor, whether you're on Spotify right now, whether you're on YouTube or you're Apple, wherever the heck you're listening, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, because every Tuesday we get to meet somebody new from our community or hear about an event going on. And as I always end, especially during this time of the year, we never know what our friends or family members or strangers are going through. it's a tough time for a lot of people out there. So
That's for sure.
a couple little random acts of kindness, whether it's just holding the door, just saying hello to somebody on the street that you didn't know, or help them shovel their driveway, or bring their garbage cans in, like whatever little thing you can do. It makes people's life better, and kindness spreads like wildfire. So that is your call to action today, is to get out there and do something good. So thank you again. I appreciate you. Grayslake, thank you guys so much.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. And Grayslake,
I'm sure I'll see you around.
Yeah, we will. And Grayslake, we'll see you next Tuesday, everyone.